Hi everybody, I'm Jason Yenter with In the Beginning Fabrics, and today I'd like to show you my new Butterfly Fantasy collection. This was a really fun collection to design. A lot of you know that with a lot of our collections we do a kaleidoscope quilt, and so those turn out just awesome, but if any of you have tried to make a kaleidoscope quilt, you know it's a ton of cutting and it's a ton of precise cutting. So what I did was save you a little bit of work on this collection. The main piece of this group is a panel print that are basically faux kaleidoscopes. There's 9 different ones, and they're all using butterfly motifs to create. I think this panel, you can certainly use it in a quilt, which I'll show you in just a minute, but they would also make great pillows, great bags, and who knows, you could even do placemats. It just has a lot of potential, I think. Each one of these squares is about 13.5 inches. Oops, that includes the teal border around it. Then there's lots of other really fun prints in the group. There's a really pretty border print. This will show better on the quilt that we're going to show you in a minute. I just love these wildflowers and the really pretty watercolor way they're drawn. Then there's this piece. So this is the original piece I started with when I was first designing the collection. So I did this, and then on the computer, I cut it apart into triangles, and that's what made the squares of the kaleidoscope. So these two, this print and the kaleidoscope print, just go really well together because they're basically the same things. It's also a really pretty kind of teal tonal. I really love this color. It's almost somewhere between teal and green. It has almost like a sea foam color to it. Real pretty butterfly shadow print. Some leaves. A little bud print. Just love how sweet that turned out. And a nice green tonal. Of course, a butterfly all over. So this is all the butterflies that were used to create the kaleidoscopes in the panel. And then I did kind of a collage print where I took the flowers from the border print, the butterflies, and I put them all together. I think it turns out it's a really neat piece, and it's real easy to cut up because it's non-directional. You could use it for a lot of things too. So for this collection, we have 2 projects. We have the main butterfly quilt, which uses the panel print, and that's behind me here. So you can see how nicely the panel cuts up. We have that really wide teal border that's part of the panel, and so that makes it easy to cut to the size that you need when you're using that in the quilt. And then you can see how the other prints all go together, and again, this beautiful wildflower border. The other project is an actual kaleidoscope quilt, because like I mentioned, I love doing kaleidoscope quilts. So this one you do have to cut yourself, and it has way fewer butterflies. It really highlights the florals that are in the border print. So again, this is just a 2 fabric quilt basically. It's the border print you cut apart and you make all the kaleidoscope blocks. And then I've used the little bud print as setting triangles. This collection is coming out late April 2025. There's more information available on the website, including all the yardage charts you need for the quilts. There's pictures of the quilts, pretty much everything you need. So I hope you do some great things with these fabrics. I'll look forward to seeing them online. Thanks a lot.